What does it mean to be the firstborn? And is Jesus Christ a created being? Because Colossians chapter 1 says he's the firstborn of every creature. Well, some people believe this. So let's go to the pages of the Bible, because we know that tradition and religion can't stand the depths of truth found in the Word of God. Let's go to Psalms 89 verse 19 through 20. Then thou speakest in vision to thy Holy One, and said, I have laid up upon one that is mighty. I have exalted one chosen out of the people. I have found David, my servant. With my holy oil have I anointed him. We're still on Psalms 89. Jump down 6 verses to verse 26 through 27. He shall cry unto me, Thou art my Father, my God, and the rock of my salvation. Also, I will make him my firstborn. There's that term, firstborn, higher than the kings of the earth. 1 Samuel 17 verse 12 says that David's father Jesse had 8 sons, and King David was the youngest of 8. So firstborn can't mean literally first one created or birthed. So King David here on the right wasn't even the first king of Israel. First king of Israel was Saul here on the left. So he wasn't the first of his brothers, and he wasn't the first king of Israel. So then what does firstborn mean? Back to Psalms 89 verse 19 through 20. It says God exalted him and anointed him. Now go back down to verse 27. It says higher than the kings of the earth. Exalted, anointed, higher than all the kings of the earth. The firstborn is a term or phrase used meaning superiority. So now when we go to Colossians chapter 1 verse 15 through 18 and read it in its entirety, and not just throw out firstborn of every creature without understanding what it means, this makes complete sense. Who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature? For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist. And he is the head of the body, the church, who is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he might have the preeminence, which is superiority. When studying the Bible, your doctrine can't have any contradictions, as Colossians chapter 1 was stating that Jesus is a created being. That would contradict the rest of the Bible that tells us that he's God incarnate. 2, you have to stay in context. 3, you have to account for all scriptures from Genesis to Revelation, and how do they all work harmoniously together. 4, let the Bible speak for itself. Now you know how to answer somebody that tells you that Jesus was created because he's referred to as the firstborn. God is always talking. Are you always listening?